Hello guys, this is Maximus bringing you another online battle replay. Without further ado, let's get this replay underway. I'm playing as the Getae and my opponent is playing as Rome. I was just going to play as the Getae anyway, no matter what my opponent picked. But for this Roman army I thought bring quite a lot of cavalry to cap because they'll have good cavalry, well better than the Getaes. Bring some horse archers to help pick off their infantry. And I brought spears, armoured spears, because I thought it might help well, hold off the Roman infantry for a bit longer, as the sword units I think cost 1200 denarii, as these cost about 530 or something, so they're much cheaper and I'll get more from them. So I'm just going to move my infantry forward. On each flank I've got bow cav, 2 units, and on this flank I've got 1 unit of spear horsemen, and then on this flank I've got 1, 2, 3 spear horsemen and 2 noble horse. Let's have a look at these guys. So before we get underway, in this battle I do make a lot of mistakes. They all cost me big time, and I probably might, well, I may have won the battle if I hadn't made these mistakes, but we'll see how it pans out. So I'm going to start off by bringing my horse archers forward and try and take some shots at this auxiliary cav. My opponent's got 4 units of velites, 3 auxiliary cav, I think 6 gladiator spearmen, and I think 6 legionaries, as well as his general. So spreading my cav out. Here I make my first mistake. I let my cavalry get caught by these velites, so I get a few shots off, but they get a lot more shots off. And you can see you get 14 kills on my bow cav early on, which isn't good for me, as I've only got 12 on his velites. Here I went in for a charge on his velites, but I pulled out because I saw his auxiliary cav come in. Unfortunately, I made mistake number 2 in a minute. I wasn't looking, I wasn't paying attention, and so he's going to charge in with his auxiliary cav here. And I'm not paying attention at all. These guys are just chilling. Well, I think you should be saying, oh dear, they're throwing javelins at us, mate. Because they throw some javelins, they don't actually get any kills, and then they get a good charge in. That's quite good to watch. But yeah, they're going to absolutely destroy my spear horsemen. My horse archers are getting some shots in. But in a minute he's going to bring his velites over and take shots at my horse archers and completely wreck them. Here I'm still trying to take shots at his auxiliary cav and get a few kills. I still haven't picked up a kill on these guys. I picked up 1 on these guys. But I'm going to charge in with 3 units here into these auxiliary cav. My spear horsemen are coming down here. So my bow cav have just got away here, but they are still going to get wrecked. And I'm going to get out of that with 1 unit. He's marching his infantry forward. Begin the infantry fight. Here I charge into these gladiator spearmen with my general and absolutely wreck them. And that will be them routed out of the battle. And then here I skirt around these guys and back into the back of this auxiliary cav, and that will rout it. The thing with gladiator spearmen is, if you're going to bring them, don't bring them as spearmen. His velites is getting some kills on my general there, but this unit of horse archers, bow horsemen, got caught by this auxiliary cav and wrecked. So I lost a unit there, so I've lost 2 units so far because I lost a unit over here. I charged this into this unit of velites to get rid of them. His velites are somewhat scattered and open at the moment. I'm sending my general to take care of this auxiliary cav, which he ignored for a bit because he's starting the infantry fight. And he's going to charge in here into my armoured spears, and I'm hoping they can hold out for just long enough to give me time to get my cav involved. He should have used gladiator spearmen as well. He should have brought either auxiliary infantry with a bit more armour, so I couldn't just charge in. And also, because they've got 10 armour, my horse archers are going to absolutely wreck them, and they're going to completely rout this unit on their own. This unit is going to get wrecked by a cavalry charge in a minute, while my bow horsemen come in and charge into this unit of velites. You see they get caught on a gladiator unit, but they don't even lose that many men. Gladiators actually lost more men. Here are his velites get routed. This will be a long fight, but my general will win in the end. Here my infantry is doing well enough just to hold him. This unit's suffering though. I'm not really sure why it's suffered more than anyone else. I'm going to get my noble spears involved in a minute, and they're going to do well. Here I try to assassinate his general with my horse archers, but I get my horse archers caught by his general, and they're going to die. I'm slowly wrapping up this flank though. His gladiator spearmen here are going to bite the dust. And the same here. I've still got quite a lot of cavalry left, and I plan on using them as well. Try and get some rear charges in. So here I lose this unit of spear horsemen. I'm going to take these 2 units of horse archers and try and assassinate his general. And here I'm just going to charge right into this gladiator spearman unit, and you'll see how deadly it is. Right here. Whee! And they get flattened. And I'm just going to pull through, and they're going to virtually rout. Here I've just routed his auxiliary cav. There's quite a lot going on in the battle. I'm not the best microer. Made quite a lot of mistakes so far. My biggest one is yet to come. So I'm going to get some rear charges into the back of his infantry. Here I am trying to assassinate his general. My guys are active, but they're going to get tired doing this. His general stops, but he still manages to get away here. My general's about to come back into the action. His gladiator spearmen are going to get routed by the rest of my horse archers, who are just using the last of their ammunition. Pulling my horses out. Here I'm about to catch his general, and then they get stuck on Stonehenge, which is a piss take, really. I was a bit annoyed about that. Stonehenge got in the way, but I chose the map, so it's my own fault. I'm going to get a good charge into the back of his gladiator spearmen here. And my infantry though is starting to break in the centre, which is bad news for me. The last thing I really want, I wanted them to hold out just a little bit longer, and also get a few more kills in his infantry, but you can see this unit's got away with 23 losses, which is ridiculous. Sorry about that, for killing a whole unit. So I get another good charge into this gladiator spearman here with my noble horsemen, and following up with spear horsemen, and another charge here. My cavalry's doing very well, getting some really good charges in, and as far as I'm concerned, the battle's not in my favour, but it's not over yet. I'm going to do my best to try and recover the situation. This is where he makes his big mistake. He charges out with his general. I've been trying to assassinate his general for the whole battle, really. That was quite a big target of mine, and here he gives me the opportunity. All he's got is his gladiator, legionary cohort, and a few gladiator spearmen. He charges his general, and I'm going to charge him with my horse archers to pin him down, because I don't want him getting away. So we get stuck on here, on my general and these horse archers, and you can see them battling away there. And I charge in with some spear horsemen, and here his general dies. I give my units a boost. His general dies now, and you can see immediately that causes a mass rout amongst his gladiator spearmen, who have less morale than the legionary cohort. I'm pulling out my cav, let them rout. So that again, this battle is still wide open. There's a lot that can yet happen. I don't think I'm going to win at this stage, but I think I can get a fair few more kills, and this unit of noble spears is still fighting on with good morale as well. Unit using decisively, but they're steady, you can see, so they're going to fight on for a bit. This unit of armor spears is going to rout in a minute though, any second. When this unit charges in from the flank, I believe they will, and they do. But I'm going to continue to put charges in, and this proves my biggest mistake. Here's my general, and yes, he is going in for a charge. He's exhausted, so he's not going to be able to get out very easily. But he charges into this big blob of men. Gets one more kill, and then, as he tries to pull out, my general dies right there, and that results in a chain rout of the rest of my units. So it was a close battle, a good battle. A good game to my opponent. We had a good time fighting this battle. It was fun, I enjoyed it. In the end though, I made too many mistakes to be able to win this battle. It was possible I could win. If you look at the number of kills my cavalry got, only sort of 3 units really failed to deliver, and those are the 3 units I mishandled. My spearmen didn't do great, but well, they did a job. They held off the infantry for a while, but you can see his legionary cohorts really excelled, and that's what won the battle for him really. They all pay for themselves, more than pay for themselves, and they didn't lose many men, which is the key really. And in my opinion, if I hadn't lost my general, I might have got a few more kills, but I think he would have won simply because of the quality of his infantry. So if I was doing this battle again, how would I do it? Well, let's go on to a custom battle quickly and have a look at the Getae's army builds. If I go down to Getae, you see this is their sword unit. Their main sword unit is the noble swords. They've got these mercenary axe warriors as well. Look at the unit info. I chose these armoured spears because they've got 65 melee defense and 65 armour, so they're quite heavily armoured, quite good at defending themselves. They're hard out for a while. These noble swords have 67 melee defense and 70 armour, so only slightly better. They have better melee attack and better weapon damage, but they are over twice the price. So if we're saying I'm happy with the cavalry build I brought, which I probably was, I brought 4 units of horse archers, I brought this noble horseman, I brought another noble horseman, I then brought 4 of these spear horsemen. Let's now look at this sword unit, look at these mercenary axe warriors. They've got they're slightly cheaper and they've got higher melee attack. Maybe I could have brought them, but their melee defense isn't high. Falxmen, I could have brought Falxmen. Their armour wouldn't have really made a difference. They've got a bonus versus infantry, but unfortunately their melee defense is 1, which is, well, pretty low, so I wouldn't really have held out very long, and that's what I needed. So if I was going to put these noble swords in, which would be the perfect scenario, I can put 4 of them in and that's it. I've almost out of money. Maybe I could have had a couple, but I think in a perfect scenario, I think what I might have done is sacrificed a horse archer unit, brought 2 of these noble swords, and then I think I would have brought 2 units of these Falxmen, bring 2 noble swords, 2 units of Falxmen, and then pack the rest with armoured spears, and then try and fiddle with this army until I get the price right. I think that might have suited me better than bringing all those armoured, those spear units, bringing some units that can actually attack that I can outflank with, because these units on the flank, if I got his cavalry, he can't charge in. Get these units on the flank, and they might have destroyed a couple of Roman units and given me the initiative I need, while these spears hold them, and then my cavalry could have wrapped them up. Only using 3 horse archers, well, I didn't exactly use 2 of them very well, so it would have done me good to maybe have less to micro, less to worry about. But that's what I could have. That's what I think I could have done better. If anyone's got a better army build they can think of, then feel free to let me know in the comments. But this has been Maximus, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.